Srimate Ramanujaya Namaha. A central theme in the Deepavali festival is that good has triumphed over evil. Now, this has very specific origins and is related to both the Sampurna avatars of Lord Mahavishnu, which is the Rama avatara and the Krishna avatara. In the Treta Yuga, Lord Rama defeats Ravana and returns victoriously back to Ayodhya at the time at which we celebrate Deepavali. And in the next Yuga, in the Dwapara Yuga, Lord Krishna rids the world of the Asura Narakasura. And it happened on the Naraka Chaturdashi day, which happens in the Kartika Masa. Now, to celebrate these two very important examples where the Lord helped establish Dharma by defeating the Adharmic forces is why we call Deepavali as a celebration of good over evil. Let us look at the origins of the Naraka Chaturdashi celebrations with the help of Puranic references. In a very ancient time, in the Satyayuga, Mother Earth Bhooma Devi was being tormented by the Asura Hiranyaksha, and her husband Lord Mahavishnu takes the form of the divine boar, which is the Varaha avatara, to rid the world of the nightmare that Hiranyaksha was and to save Mother Earth. Now, after a fierce battle, he defeats the Asura and then lifts Mother Earth on his tusks in the avatar of Varaha. In order to rescue Mother Earth Bhooma Devi, Lord Mahavishnu took the form of a boar which was immense in its size, also known as his Vishwarupa form. Now, how large are we really talking? The Puranas say that compared to Mother Earth, Lord Varaha was so immense that Mother Earth was the size of just one of the bells on his anklets. Now, why did he take such a large form? For two reasons. One, out of his immense affection for Bhooma Devi, and second, for his immense affection to also protect Dharma and rid the world of adharmic forces like Hiranyaksha. One of the main attributes of Lord Mahavishnu is that he is Ananta, which is that he is infinite, without beginning or without end, which he amply demonstrated in many of his avatars. Like in the Varaha avatar, he took an immense Virat Swaroopa. In the next avatar, the Vamana avatar, he takes a really tiny form. In fact, the Lord in the Vamana avatar is said to be so tiny that the shortest man on earth would be called a Trivikrama in comparison to the height of Lord Vamana, which displays the true infinite qualities of Lord Srimanarayana. At the very moment that Lord Varaha lifts Bhooma Devi on his tusk, a son was born to them out of this touch called Bhaumasura, also known as Narakasura. Now you might wonder, why would an Asura be born out of this divine union? Well, if you look at Lord Varaha, he had assumed an extremely fierce form in order to rid the world of the adharma of Hiranyaksha and to save Bhooma Devi. For her part, Bhooma Devi was actually in a lot of despair after being rescued when the Lord lifted on his tusk. Now you might wonder, why should she be in despair? Should she not have joy that she's been rescued from the adharma of Hiranyaksha? Now this is because she is actually a divine mother, and her despair was there for a very special reason. She tells Lord Varaha, you have rescued me, that's natural because you're my husband and I expect you to do so. But what about the billions and billions of my children on earth? From now till the end of time, they too will be assaulted by adharma from time to time. How will they reach out to you and how will you ensure their rescue? In response, Lord Varaha gives the most sacred, most important Varaha Charama Shloka to Bhooma Devi, in which he promises that when people have good health and think about Lord Varaha and take refuge in his Vishwarupa, he ensures that when they are frail and when they are in times of distress, he will come to their rescue. And this is a very important thing that all of us Hindus should know, that there are three Charama Shlokas. One is the Charama Shloka given by Lord Varaha, and one is the Charama Shloka given by Lord Rama, and the third one, of course, is the famous Charama Shloka given by Lord Krishna to Arjuna in the Bhagavad Gita. These three Charama Shlokas, the Varaha Charama Shloka, the Rama Charama Shloka, and the Krishna Charama Shloka, are extremely important for all of us Hindus, because in these three, the Lord clearly guarantees us that if we take refuge in Him, even just once by meditating on His divine form, He guarantees us that He will come to rescue every time in our lives. Now, coming back to Narakasura. True to his Ashuric nature, Narakasura spreads complete misery across the three worlds by misusing his prowess. He goes to the world of the Devas and torments Indra and steals his royal insignia and his wealth. He loots the riches of Kubera, and then wherever he goes, he defeats kings and kidnaps women and celestial nymphs and takes them as captives back to his palace. In total, the Puranas say that he had kidnapped 16,108 celestial nymphs and women from across the three worlds. So, after a point in time, helpless and completely unable to bear his tyranny, Indra goes to Dwaraka to appeal to Lord Krishna to rid the world of Narakasura. Sri Krishna accepts Indra's request and requests Satyabhama to come along with him. He thinks of Garuda, who in an instant appears at Dwaraka and transports Satyabhama and Lord Krishna to PragJyotisha, which corresponds to modern day Assam, where Narakasura had built a massive fortress to guard himself. Lord Krishna and Satyabhama see that the fortress that Narakasura had built was protected by many complex devices and many layers of security. For example, there was the Ashura Muru and his 7,000 sons who first attacked Satyabhama and Lord Krishna, but the Sudarshana Chakra makes very short work of them, and the Vishnu Purana says that the flames from the Sudarshana Chakra consumes the 7,000 demons like flies in a fire. After this, Narakasura unleashes thousands and thousands of demons upon Satyabhama and Lord Shri Krishna, but again with his divine armaments, Lord Krishna makes short work of the army of Narakasura. Finally, Narakasura himself is forced to come to the battlefield on his chariot, and after a fierce battle, Lord Krishna rids the world of Narakasura with the help of the Sudarshana Chakra. Now, in the Padma Purana, we are told that in his dying moments, Lord Krishna gives Narakasura a boon. Strangely, at this point, Narakasura chooses to redeem himself and he tells the Lord that I don't want anything for myself. But this day of Naraka Chaturdashi, let it be a day of happiness and cheer for everybody on earth. And specifically, those who take an auspicious oil bath on the Naraka Chaturdashi day, may they be freed from all sins and may they never have to go to Naraka or hell. And Lord Krishna says, so be it. Many of us today face the issue that we are disconnected from the Dharmic roots of this festival and we are not very clear as to the deep significance behind many of the rituals that we observe across India during the Deepavali celebrations. This video is our effort to understand why we celebrate Deepavali the way we do based on authentic references from the Srimad Bhagavata Purana, the Vishnu Purana and the Padma Purana. We hope you enjoyed watching this video on Naraka Chaturdashi and that it helped you reconnect back to your Dharmic roots and helps make your Deepavali celebration a lot more special this year. Thank you for watching.